Hey there, today's video is really just kind of flowy and airy and kind of just about creating space. I don't know how else to describe it. Variety of poses just made to open up the body. Yeah. You're about to see that, some poses are trickier than others. And there's definitely times when I struggle with them as well. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but with most of my videos, unless there's like a serious technical error, like I forgot to hit record, I don't typically do like a second take or anything. So if you see me fall out of a pose, or if you see me kind of stumble a little bit, it's just kind of whatever organically happened in the moment. Yeah. All right, let's jump right in. You can, I guess, catch me falling over. Alright, see you guys in a minute. Hey there, beginning at the top of our mat in mountain pose or Tadasana. Just slowly extending the arms upwards towards the sky, interlocking the fingers and leaving our index fingers out. We're going to slowly lean over to the left of the room here. Really breathing into that side body stretch before we come back up, maybe changing the way we interlocked our fingers. And going over to the right side. And coming up to center. From here, we're going to pick up our left foot, maybe give it a nice shake. Do some circles with our ankle before we come into Vrikshasana, or tree pose. Placing the left foot onto the right leg, either your calf or your thigh, not pressing against the knee. Bringing the hands to heart center or overhead. Really just finding our balance here. Before placing the left foot back down and repeating the same on the right side of the body. Lifting up the right foot, shaking it out, maybe making some circles before we come to place it onto our left leg here. Coming back down to center. From here, we are going to step our left leg back. Kind of keeping our foot slightly rotated here, bending the right knee as we come into Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. Opening our arms out wide and then shifting to open towards the left side of the room, keeping our gaze over our right fingertips. Straightening that front knee and dropping into Trikonasana or triangle pose. Windmilling our arms down, placing the right hand down onto the leg as far down as you feel comfortable. Coming back up to center as we move into a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe bending the knees. Before we shift over, bending the left knee and coming up into Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. Thinking about keeping our gaze over those left fingertips. Straightening the left leg, windmilling the arms down. Bringing the gaze to the right fingertips upwards towards the sky here as we come into triangle pose. Coming back up, maybe bending that leg now once again as we come down into our downward facing dog. Our Adho Mukha Shavasana for the first time today. Maybe keeping our knees bent here, pedaling out the feet a little bit. Pushing those hips back in space and extending through the shoulders. As we shift forward into our plank pose, we want to think about rolling forward. Coming into our high plank. Or Phalakasana. As we shift into our upward facing dog. Lowering down to our stomachs here. Taking a breath or two. As we move into an oscillating cobra. Or Bhujangasana. Cupcaking our fingers out in front of us here. As we inhale, lifting the chest up off the mat, pushing into those fingertips. Extending our head upwards, really extending out the spine as exhaling to lower back down. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift, and exhaling to lower back down. Coming up onto our knees here. As we come into Uttanasana or camel pose. First off, preparing ourselves just by doing a gentle first try here, placing our hands on our hips and then shifting our elbows to face the back of the room, taking a deep inhale here as we allow our heads to drop backwards, lifting the chest towards the sky, really just opening through the chest. And coming back up as we exhale. In our next pose, maybe you'd like to put blocks beside your ankles to be able to reach back there, or just bringing your hands to your ankles, or you're always welcome to keep your hands on your hips once again. Taking a deep inhale and exhaling to drop back into the pose. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths just to fully kind of extend ourselves. Breathing in and out. In and out. Slowly coming out of it here. Moving into Brahmanasana or tabletop position as we just do a couple cat-cows to release the spine here. Or Majrayasana to Vidalasana. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Maybe having the toes tucked or having them just flatten on the mat. Maybe out turning the wrists slightly just to give yourself a little bit more grip on the mat here with our fingers spread. Breathing in to round the spine, dropping the head and tailbone. Exhaling to lift the tailbone and head, dropping and arching the spine here. Inhaling, pushing away from the floor, engaging the shoulders. Exhaling to drop the stomach. Slowly moving now into our Shavasana as we close out our practice for today. Thank you for joining me as we flowed through this kind of light and airy practice here, just trying to open ourselves up to everything the world has to offer. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.